welcome back to our channel. Thank you so much for, if you are returning, thank you so much for joining us again. And for those of you who are new, make sure that you like and subscribe so that way you do not miss any learning tips, read alouds, and just overall educational advice, okay? If you have not seen the title, which you should have seen the title because this is why you clicked on the video, we are learning about decimals. And to be specific, we're learning about dividing decimals. I'm going to show you two different ways that dividing decimals can be a little bit challenging and how to actually solve them. So let's go ahead and get started. In this video, I am going to show you two different ways of solving dividing decimals. Now, there are other ways to solve decimals or dividing decimals, but these are two particular ones that I have seen my students as well as clients struggle. Okay, so the first one that we're going to talk about, I'm going to move the camera to the board. The first one we're going to talk about is dividing decimals by the whole number. Now, for me, I love to use scenarios or real life scenarios, so that way the student is able to understand exactly how this reflects to the real world, as well as just putting it in a terms that they can understand. Okay, so let's just say I have 3 siblings, okay, and including myself, there's 4 of us, and we want to get a gift for our mom's birthday. Now, the gift, when we get to the register, it costs $18.40. Well, as siblings, we have to make sure that everyone has an equal part in this buying the gift, okay? So again, we have 4 people and they all want to buy one particular gift that costs $18.40, okay? So now we need to know how much each person needs to support the gift, or basically how much are they going to contribute to this gift, all right? So what we need to do for dividing decimals is basically you're just moving the decimal point all the way up. So we're going to move the decimal point all the way up. And we're staying in this place, which is, of course, we have tens and hundreds, but we're going to stay right in this area. We're not moving the decimal at all. We're just moving it directly up, okay? Not moving it left or right or anything like that. Okay, so, and that is because this is already a whole number. Now, in the next part, I am going to show you how to move the decimal when it is dividing by decimals, okay? But this one, we're only dividing by whole number. So we're going to start with 1. So we cannot put any 4s into the number 1, okay? We can't divide it. We're going to move to the next number, which is now 18. How many 4s can go into the number 18? Basically, what times 4 is either equal to 18 or less than 18? Well, 4 times 4. 4 times 4 equals 16. It does not go over, and it is the closest number. All right, now I put a subtraction sign or minus sign here because we are going to subtract just like regular division. Just like regular division, regular subtraction. So 18 minus 16 is 2. And we're not going to put any decimals down here because we've already moved it. What we're going to do is, of course, move the next number, which is 4. Okay, how many go into the number 4? How many 4s go into the number 24? Sorry. And that number is 6. So 6 times 4 equals 24. We have 0. And of course, with this already being 0, there's no numbers that can go into 0. There are no 4s that can go into 0. So we're just going to leave it 0, and 0 minus 0 equals 0, okay? We don't have any other remainders. We ended with 0. So how much is my siblings and I, how much money are we contributing to our mother's gift? Well, we are going to each give $4.60 to the cashier to purchase our gifts, okay? Again, remember, if you are dividing by a whole number, you are only going to move the decimal point directly in that same position, okay? We have tenths and hundredths, okay? Okay, so the second strategy that I'm going to show you with dividing decimals is decimals divided by decimals. The previous step, or the strategy that I showed before, was decimals divided by whole numbers. Okay, so this one is a little bit more trickier. That is a little bit more, I wouldn't say misunderstood, but this one does have a couple of steps that we have to go to. So just like before, I'm going to give you a real life situation and we're going to work through it, okay? So let's just say each week I have been saving up $7.30, okay? And that is just a percentage of what I get paid. And that's what I've been saving. And right now, my savings is $570.13. Okay? I want to know how many weeks, if I've been doing this each week, and right now I have $570.13, how many weeks has it taken me to save this amount of money? Okay, so with this one, again, it's a little bit more trickier because now we have two decimals. Well, what I need to do is basically go to like the first step. I am going to make my divisor a whole number, okay? I'm going to make that a whole number. And if I move the decimal one place, then I'm going to do the same over here. I'm going to move this one place. If this was 2 places, then I'll move it this one 2 places, okay? Okay, so this is a large number, 73. To do mentally, I do recommend that you get a scratch sheet of paper to actually work out the numbers for as multiplying and seeing which ones you divide into it. Now, I do not recommend calculators. Being an educator, we want to use our mathematical thinking, but I do understand if calculating would help a little bit better. However, I do stress using just scratch sheet of paper, pencil and paper, and a brain works wonders, okay? All right, so with this, get my marker. With this one, we're going to go into the regular dividing process, okay? Just like we did before. So 73, of course, does not go into 5. 73 also does not go into 57, but 73 does go into 570 7 times, okay? And I always like to write my quotient, or while I'm working, to write the number or the digit next to the place that I actually divided with, if that makes sense. So I did 570, I'm just going to put it right above that 0. So 53 times 7 is 511. Remember, when you're dividing, do not go way under, and you're not able to go over. So make sure that you're at the closest number, okay? So of course, we're going to subtract. We're going to make this 10, and this one 6. So it makes the number 9, 5, and that's it, 59, because of course 5 and 5, subtracting is 0, okay? So we're going to move our next digit down, okay? And this one, of course, we are looking at 591, 73 goes into 591 8 times. So 8 times 73 is 584. Again, we are going to subtract this number. Subtract this number. All right, I'm not going to go over because this is 0 and this is 0, okay? Now remember, decimal point is going to go the same way. It's going to go directly above, all right? And we're going to bring this down to 73. Well, look at that. 73 goes into 73 one time. So 73 times 1, of course, is 73, I'm sorry. And the quotient ends at 0. Now I can put 0 here, but we don't need to if we did not want to. All right, so it took around approximately 78 weeks to actually save up to $570.13. Remember, we moved the decimal, all right? So this is our final quotient or our final answer. All right, I hope this video did help. Okay, that is dividing decimals. I hope this helped with a little bit of confusion or introducing this particular concept in a great way. If you have any questions or comments, please put it in the comment section below. I hope to see you all soon. And again, make sure that you share this video so others can get help too with dividing decimals. You all have a great day.